Awesome. Hola, chicos. Me imagino que muchos sois de Alicante. Hi, guys. Some of you are from Alicante. Some others are around Alicante and outskirts of Alicante, maybe Austria or Istanbul. So my name is Miguel. I'm from Madrid. And this workshop, and I will share the screen eventually, this workshop would be an invitation to basically not only design something awesome, no, which is not most of the times, but sometimes where we do aim as architects. No, I mean, let's do an awesome, building. Therefore, let's do awesome drawings, and that is going to happen. No, that happens eventually. I mean, I've been lucky. I've done some, I would say, awesome buildings, and we've designed more awesome buildings that were never built, no, as you can imagine. But in any case, this workshop has two. If we were snipers, we have two targets. The first target still is coming up with an amazing drawing, guys, for you to have a clear understanding of it. So awesome drawing, yes, but then we would also need, or I would also invite you to reflect on what we eventually do as architects. Because if the traditional role of the architect is to build something, and God willing, that something that we build is built because we need it, no? We build a house because we need shelter. We build a museum because we have statues or something similar. We build a sports facility because we do need a place to play basketball or football. Okay, that is the traditional understanding of architecture. And yet, that is not the only architectural understanding. So the second ingredient in this workshop, besides, as I said, coming up with an amazing drawing, is to think about what we do as architects. In which specific sense? In the sense of rephrasing the duty of architecture, no? Because again, the duty of architecture is to build something that is needed. Whereas there was a group of architects back in the days, not only them, but the ones that we are interested in right now, there was a group of architects roughly around 1960 and 1975. So 15 extraordinary years where architects decided that our duty wasn't to build things, that our duty was to reflect, to think, to embrace what was out there that we call the world, and to relate with it critically, no? Maybe I can share the screen. Javier, Joaquin, can I do it? Can I share the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. There's people already leaving the room. What happens?
Yeah, please, can you record? I don't know.
I will try. How do I do it? I think you have to record it, not me, no?
Okay. No, it's recording.
It's been recording, no? Okay. All right. So I will share my screen. But you can hear me, no? I'm concerned because no one moves. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you share? Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You can see my screen. Okay. So, Continuous Monument by Super Studio. Eventually, we would see it. The Continuous Monument, Monumento Continuo by Super Studio, is this project that you probably know, that you probably heard of before. So this continuous monument looks like a white building, no? Very large, apparently, even with no limits whatsoever. That is, it's been built in Manhattan, no? Somewhere in Manhattan, no? But this project wasn't designed to make us understand that there was a need to build this because this was a necessary project. In fact, what Super Studio wanted was to expose the real danger that was happening back in those days regarding nuclear bombing. No, there was this Cuban missiles issue really present. So they understood, but not only as architects, they understood as social agents that that was a very important issue. That was a very real concern. We could destroy our planet, and therefore, rather than imagine writing something down, no, in order to criticize it or maybe take pictures of, what they did was to uh, first they targeted the issue. We can destroy our planet. First thing. Second thing, they understood. They agreed that they had to do something about it. No, they wouldn't. They were not happy with that possibility, and they were not happy with just remaining silent. No, so first they target the problem. Second, they noticed that they had to do something, to say something. And three, they use the tools of architecture to denounce, no, to criticize that reality. How did they do it? Well, they came up with this project, the continuous monument, that again wasn't a way of visualizing something good that was this white strip. They offered, or they even better, they confronted us with the possibility, the real possibility of, if we destroy our planet, then the outdoor areas would be uninhabitable, no, just because of nuclear radiation. Therefore, architecture might stand up and provide us with a solution, and that solution was, all right, outdoor areas are impossible to inhabit because there is nuclear radiation. Therefore, we will build a white strip around one parallel, in fact, two parallels, but one strip around one parallel that they considered that it was regarded as the best one, as for climate and symbolic aspects, as you can see. So we would inhabit planet Earth from the moment that we would deploy these nuclear bombs. We would inhabit planet Earth by restricting ourselves to that white strip. Therefore, guys, what they did was to confront us. They were showing us what would happen if we didn't manage and figure things out without wars. So this was a way, just like literature, think about 1984, Fahrenheit 451, Brave New World, no? So like a dystopian novel, they created, a dystopian future, but again, not by writing something down, but by drawing it. So guys, again, let me rephrase. This workshop that is called, I'm going to share the screen again. This workshop that is called Radical Present, or what is the purpose of architecture, is about reflecting on our discipline by targeting social, political, cultural, whatever you want, issues. And the outcome of that reflection is still going to be an amazing drawing, just like this absolute masterpiece that I had the privilege to see, like 60 centimeters from me, because Adolfo Natalini, that was part of my PhD, showed it to me, the original drawing, So you still have to produce, you still have to draw, you still have to be as creative as it gets, and as and to perform as good as you can to draw something amazing. But again, you should draw maybe something that you don't want, because you would probably target a present issue no, something that is happening right now that that you in groups understand that is wrong, you would figure out a way of exposing or of extending, of making that issue something huge as to confront us with that eventual future where that issue has already been deployed or has already happened. I don't know, on top of my head, social media, no? Imagine a project, imagine a building where social media is an issue, is again not solved, but extended to the maximum. Let me show you another radical project, maybe to illustrate this better. Another super famous radical project, Archisum Nonstop City. So this Nonstop City by Archisum, then I will let you speak, guys, obviously, but I want to at least give you a couple of examples. This Nonstop City by Archisum um, is, as you can see, no, at least as for this image, an amazing, maybe indoor landscape, even, no, with a massive trusses, not only on top of it but also beneath it, no, like a massive Mies van der Rohe, no, or a grandiose Mies van der Rohe doing his stuff, no, and framing that amazing landscape, no. And yet, this is the opposite. This Non-Stop City by Arkesum wanted to criticize consumerism, no? I mean, because of also their political, option, no? The architects' political option. They wanted to criticize consumerism big time, so they ended up designing a massive supermarket, a supermarket as big as to make us just don't want make us dismiss the possibility of inhabiting any outdoor space, no. This indoor space was air conditioned. It was provided with artificial lighting. So at some point, if you think about this, maybe even technically, we could inhabit maybe only an indoor space, no, and consumerism and goods, no, were provided in this massive supermarket. So again, in order to criticize consumerism, they confronted us with the possibility of such a huge city where nature was no longer needed, no. If you think about it, this might be like a counter proposal. It wasn't planned to be that way, but we could think of this as a counter proposal to the continuous monument, or if not as a counter proposal, at least as an indoor version of this uh, completely indoor space. The issue that they were targeting is different. Again, guys, this was about consumerism. The continuous monument was about nuclear bombing, but in the end, no, like the project ends up with some similarities. So, guys, this is what I would love you to reflect and to think about. This is our calendar, guys. Today, 25th, is very important to know calendars as architects. In general, probably, but as architects, it's compulsory. So today, 25th October, we are just presenting it. We started at 1. We will end up in some minutes. The 8th of November is our second day. And as for our second day, as we have in here, for our second day, what I need you to have is something already drafted, something already written, something on the way of being an amazing radical project that should happen. As for the 8th, I will, and we will, not me, we will all give feedback to your radical proposals. Obviously, before the 15th of November, no, you will have that feedback to improve, to change, to maybe, do something else or less. I don't know. The 15th of November would be the second day of submissions and the last day of submissions. So you have to plan as to have this 15th of November radical project all worked out and all handed over, okay? And then we will have this always super interesting and awesome festival, the 22nd of November, which is more a way of sharing what you did with us. I would probably be in Alicante also myself. It's not that far away from Madrid. But again, this is more a matter of engaging, relating, communicating, sharing what you uploaded, and maybe also sharing, I don't know, a Coca-Cola or something similar. I don't know if alcohol is permitted in Alicante. I guess so, last time I checked. But in any case, this is more a party thing, a festival, so we have to stick to. Today I talk about things, and then please ask anything that you want. 8th of November, first submission, drafted something in written as for this radical proposal, and final submission deadline, 15th of November. Guys, I had a 2 hours class also this morning, so I'm, as you can imagine, tired of listening to myself. So please, if you have, as I guess you have questions or comments, this is one of the times where you can do it.
Any question about the report?
You should have questions. Architects without questions are no architects whatsoever. So you're still students?
We have here someone, is teacher from Budapest, with us, then you have to come with us for the festival. Someone is with us. And Juanma from La Cuarta Piel is also with us. And
Hola, chicos. Sabols, any questions? Everything is super clear. Being you someone that I know and knowing that you're an architect guy, I mean a radical guy.
To me, it's super clear.
That I know. That unfortunately I know. Okay, guys. So if there are no questions, my last comment. Try to research at least for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, definitely before this first draft submission, because otherwise you wouldn't know what to design and what to do. If a client asks me to design a house and I don't know what a house is, then the next time that I have to meet with my client is going to be super uncomfortable for me and also for the client. So please research on radical architecture. It is called precisely that way. As soon you definitely, or I guess you do have access to our canvas, there are some references there that you can check. But in any case, radical architecture is well documented, no, not super well, but well documented. So you have to research. And then the second, I'm here, all right? So as soon you have my email, even before deadline, if you have something that you have, second thoughts, you're not sure, just ask me, and I will happily and gladly come back with feedback. And I have a last comment that was logistics. Yeah, obviously, this is a group assignment, so even the first duty is to compose your groups. I don't know if you are sticking maybe to groups that are already composed or not, but making groups is first step or phase. Second phase is research. Third phase is either submitting something for the draft, submission, or in parallel or before, send me an email. It could be very interesting. I don't know if, guys, I always do this to my students. I'm sorry, you're not used to it. I think that I said something. You are super happy because you think you would be released from duty, but then I remember something else that I have to say. And this thing is important. Probably Javier and Joaquin have told you that the best projects of this workshop might eventually be published within University of Universities. I don't know, Joaquin or Javier, if you are there and you can expand this topic, but I think this would be interesting for them to know.
Something that we have very big is also that you are going to present the journal, about this distraction. And I think for them having like this discussion and this information for them will be really nice. No?
Okay, can I do it in 2 minutes?
Or after that, they are going to present something to the journal.
Okay, so can I talk for 3 more minutes so I can explain it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Please.
Great. So I will share the screen again. Okay, so all right, so there is an amazing work done by your professors, no? Joaquin Javier, UOU, University of Universities. Let me go for it. 1 second, guys. So there is a journal, there is a scientific magazine called Universities that is rooted, no, that belongs to the University of Alicante. This is the website, okay, guys? So in this website, you would see that there are, I don't know, presentation, no? Number 7 of University of Universities journal. So this is the last number that has been released, guys. But if we scroll down, you will see this, okay? University of Universities scientific journal call for the issue number 8, Radical Futures, as you can see, and you can read that I'm the guest editor. No, I have the privilege of being the guest editor in this scientific journal. No? So as editor of this scientific journal, there is a call for papers already, delivered a long time ago. There are very interesting articles and essays already being peer reviewed by our colleagues, by architects. Even Sabols, that is there, no, is one of the reviewers. I think I can say it, no? So my point, guys, is this is a scientific magazine, and within this scientific magazine, there is a section, there is a part of this magazine that includes student works. No, so this is precisely what I was saying, that the best works that will come out of this workshop, no, meaning you guys, girls, the best projects that will come out of this workshop will eventually be published in this magazine, which is awesome because if you have a look at the magazine itself, you will see that the magazine is, it's not only a scientific magazine, is you would be exposed, no? You would have somehow maybe the opportunity to, start being present in architectural, within the architectural realm and world. So again, it is a very, very interesting topic. No, I don't know, gastrotecture. No, gastrotecture was one of the issues. I know this one because the guest editor is Jose Antonio Carrillo, who is a friend, a very, very close friend of mine, and I did submit an article, no, an essay, and it was peer reviewed and so forth. So in the end, it was accepted, and now you can check the PDF and you can download it. But not only mine, the point is, you see here, Atlas, students projects. So in here, in this food for Atlas, your best projects would be, or the best projects would be part of this, no? Pulpo a la Gallega, University of Alicante, these ones were selected in this issue, no? As we are seeing, no, in the issue number 4. So something similar will happen in issue number 8 with your best projects. I don't know, Joaquin, if I explain myself or there are still no questions.
No, Fabio, any question?
Too many people for each group.
No.
Yeah, that's a good question. Joaquin, how many students do you have?
We are more or less 70, but probably 50. No, we are 70, but they are.
Sorry, 17? 17?
No, 70. 70.
70? Well, that's a lot. I mean,
If they are working 60 or
well, the thing is, oh, I understand. So if there are 60 students, then maybe groups can be up to 6, 7 students, I would say, because again, 9 times 7, no, 9 times 7 is 63. So if we have around 8 to 9 groups, Joaquin, I think that would work. But I don't know if I can leave that to you, Joaquin, or I have to be in charge of that.
yeah, I can organize here, no, because we always tell them some from Alicante and some from other places, not to share. We can organize here and we can send WhatsApp and everything will be organized today.
Awesome. And you see, this is my office. All right. I'm by myself now, but it's also quite cool. So this is one of the points of the workshop. Okay, guys. I mean, there is a lot of super boring architects. This should be not a boring workshop.
Okay.
Is there a question?
Then I hope you see you for the festival, Miguel, and we'll keep in touch.
God willing. Thank you so much, guys. Try to be as radical as it gets. Okay.